your girl just hit 1,000,000 miles on Delta. That doesn't mean I have 1,000,000 sky miles. Oh, but I do. That means my ass has been in a seat and flown around the world 1,000,000 miles at a time. Okay? I have gone the distance. And I knew the flight was coming up, and I thought it was on my flight from Atlanta to Phoenix, but turns out it was Phoenix to Atlanta when I really got pushed over the threshold. So I show up in the Sky Club. I'm wildly hungover, even though I had only had 2 margaritas. I had 2 skinny margs after the show in Phoenix with all my friends at the Global Ambassador. Side note, shout out to all the hookers working at the Global Ambassador. They're not employees. I'm sorry. They were just working the room. And a Phoenix call girl is like nothing you've ever seen. Mesh, tight, leather, python, my kind of girls. Anywho, I had 2 skinny margaritas, which would usually never take me over the edge. But because it was so fucking dry, I am walking through the Phoenix airport and I'm gasping for air. I get into the Sky Club. It's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. And I see this giant Aperol Spritz coming towards me. And I'm alone because Tina had returned the rental car, so she was a couple minutes behind me. And listen, when I go out to dinner, people will send me Aperol Spritzes all the time. Okay? I'd rather you just send me your credit card to pay for dinner, but I'll take the drinks. I will take the drinks. So this gentleman who was a part of the staff of the Sky Club walks over and he drops off a spritz. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm good. I'm sweating right now. I am sweating things you did not know you could sweat in Phoenix. They are all coming out of my body. I feel stinky. I am moist. I'm unwell. And the next thing you know, one of the managers came over and she's like, you're a 1,000,000 miler. Brought over a gift bag. They wanted to take my photo. So then I panicked. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. I have been waiting. I've been a Delta Sky Miles member since 1993. This is happening. It's happening. And I panicked. And I said, ma'am, don't you dare take a fucking photo until I put on a face. And when I tell you, I could not have been wearing something less flattering. I had on like tight compression leggings, a very tight top. My sports bra was so tight, it kept rolling up. So it was like, it was getting sucked into the back of my back fat. And my hair extensions were just flat. And because after a night of having it in tight curls, everything just went flat. So I run to the bathroom and I do a full beat. I do as much of a beat as you can do for having a horrific hangover for only drinking 2 skinny margaritas. Okay? So if you can calculate that energy and that feeling inside of you, that's where I was at. Okay? So take a second, absorb what I just said. Are you with me? Okay, great. So I come out and they hand me gifts. I'm talking to the managers. Everyone around me is like, nerd, loser. And I'm just like, it's happening. I had a beautiful handwritten note. They had printed out a photo of my dogs. It was just very sweet. And for me, this was a milestone. I mean, anybody who's an aviation nerd or travels as much as I do, these are milestones within your travel community. I had the bragging rights to say, I've flown 1,000,000 miles, motherfuckers. Yeah, I have. What have you done? Oh, I'm sorry. You're a pediatric oncologist. Fantastic. Great. Thank you so much for giving back and saving lives. And then I went to the gate and they had this huge balloon arch and a step and repeat that was celebrating their 100-year anniversary because this is Delta's centennial year. And of course, I go up there and I'm like, I'm taking photos. They're like, that is actually not for you. I said, it doesn't matter. I'm taking photos. I get on my flight. Everyone's like, congrats. It was just very sweet. And I had this moment where, a real, I'm the lead in a movie and I'm having that movie moment and I'm sitting in first class. And it was nice because they had upgraded our plane to an international Airbus. So I had a nice big, Delta One suite. And I was just flying from Phoenix to Atlanta. And I had my headphones on and I'm listening to the song Party For You by Charlie XCX. And I'm sitting there and I was just like, wow, 10 years ago, well, maybe 9 years ago, my dad had just passed and I had gone down to Delta to get a job as a flight attendant because I thought, hey, I'm broke as a joke, but if I fly, I know I have to be back in Atlanta to be around my family. If I'm a flight attendant, I can fly and meet influential people working first class. I'll be charismatic. And I would just I literally thought by putting myself out there in front of that many people traveling every day, I was like, surely I'm going to be a star. and I got rejected from the program. And I couldn't believe it. I never told anybody who my grandfather was. I never said he was a bigwig. And I was sitting there just being like, wow, we did it. And now here I am coming off the high of the cruise, getting to tour and tell jokes and be around people who just want to have fucking fun. And I had hit 1,000,000 miles. And it just kind of like, it all hit me. And I'm like sitting on the plane in just like so emo. And I'm eating a Biscoff cookie, but the new Biscoffs where they have the cream in the middle, fantastic. And I had a tear rolling down my cheek. And Charlie XCX is just drowning out all the engine noise. And I'm like, we did it. It's been a long road, but we did it.